Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field, mile high here in Denver, Colorado. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. Well, a very happy new year to all of you watching this one. Joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, saying hello for the first time in the new year, Brock. And also, as we end another regular season, this our penultimate contest before the old NFL calendar flips a page and our postseason arrives.
And this is where you want to put your best foot forward to begin one year and end another. Your New Year's resolution. Start the calendar year off right and give all the effort you got. Empty the tank over these last couple weeks. And end this regular season playing the best football you've got in you.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And off we go from Denver. Marvin Mims now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
And all those touchdowns he had last week, Kate, he traded every one of them in exchange for a victory. It's team over individual for him. So even though he himself is coming off the exact type of showing you want, that kind of efficiency usually wins you games, you're not happy about it. And he will be focusing on rectifying those things here.
And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Broncos first down. From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. Going to the ground again on first. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
All right, here we go. Second down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
That one finds his man, Ingram. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he works it down to the enemy 44-yard line. Tackle made by Elijah Molden. Second down now, they need 7. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. They'll throw again. Nix has a man. That's Cortland Sutton. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah, yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes. Not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ. I'm going to guess so until that defense proves they can stop it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. This return starts at the 5. And Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Running for the first time with the Louisville Cardinal. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time. Offensively, you've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks that it takes some superhuman effort now on second down.
To throw, Herbert. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. And we'll see, Brock, if they go back to that ground game this drive after how well they ran it their last time out.
I'm going to probably say yes on that one, Kate. This is a team with a known identity across the league. They're going to hang their hat on running the football effectively. I think they'll get right back to work.
First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. He dodged the tackle, and they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Couldn't find a completion on first down. Trying to find his tight end. So it'll be second down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Second down, give to Harvey. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That one's complete. It's Brian outright. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. Harvey gets it on the counter. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll the 20-yard line. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
380. Ready.
He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And they're going to touch him down as they wind up with a nice gain on that play, and they got a new set of downs, too.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
They've got 1st down here from the 36.
Set. 380.
They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Coming up to stop that play was Jahdae Barron. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5.
Set. 380. Go.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. Into the hands of Gadsden, complete. And they don't get any help on this 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Johnson finds the football, complete. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down to the 10. And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers trim the lead to 1.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here's Mims. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. No, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play, and they just did.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
380. Run.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Into the hands of Harris on the slant. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. That gives him a mark of distinction for this season. He's now up to 40 touchdown passes this year, and it's part of one of the more impressive campaigns that we've seen from an NFL QB. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Broncos 7.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here's Mims. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Denver set to take the field on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Throwing the out route complete. Ooh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10.
Set. Delta. Set. Set.
Here's Hampton to open the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Set. Cap it. Ready.
Herbert from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he manages maybe 3 yards there to the 23-yard line. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. It's a 14-7 game. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They're looking at 3rd and 6 here.
Cap it. Ready.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. That one's good to McConkey. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. And he is down to the 30-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Set. 380. Run. Set.
They'll toss it to Hampton. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
For a linebacker to make a tackle for loss on a toss play like that, yes, it's about speed, but even more so, Kate, that was a perfect angle he took.
Back to the line they come, second down.
Set. 380. Run. Run.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Gets it downfield, on target to Ganson. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal.
Set. 380. Run. Set.
They'll run with Hampton. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Set. Built us up. What is it?
Here's Herbert. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. So now, following the penalty, it's first and goal.
Set. 380. Run. Set.
They'll run here, following the penalty. They charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's second and goal.
380. Run. 180. What? Ready.
Hampton does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Third and goal. Here's Herbert. And that is caught in the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Chargers take a 13-point lead. Lad McConkey with a touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here's Mims. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Broncos running their offense out once again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Oh my son!
Nix from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And Nix slides in safely, doing so after he picked up that 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Oh my son!
Now Nix. Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Ready! What?
Air it out on 3rd. He's making a bid for it. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down. We've set it down from 37.
Oh my son! Ready!
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Short pass brought in. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Ready!
Shotgun snap to Nix. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Oh my son! Ready!
3rd and long for Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And the Chargers get home, and they drop him. It's 3 sacks for the game so far, brings up 2nd down.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money, a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself. Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Ready!
3rd and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. Making the call himself. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
They'll run here. It's Harvey. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Give him 4 on that play. So now they've got 2nd and goal.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make make it a one-score game before halftime. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Extra point attempt coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He fields it from the 8. Things going well so far. All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there. The Chargers and Omarion Hampton out there on offense once again. And the NFL rushing title within his grasp as we enter the penultimate week. He sits atop the league in yards. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Ford. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Set. Go.
Herbert back to throw. And that one's complete. Omarion Hampton. And this one doesn't go far. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Set. Delta. Set. Set.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. This is hauled in by Harris. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Set.
From the gun, it's Ford. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second down now, 7 to go.
Set. Lion. Set.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Set. Ready.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Diving for the goal line, and it's not free! And he's fortunate to cover it himself, but the clock's still running as we count down to halftime. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Cameron Dicker out for the Chargers now to attempt this field goal. It's a chip shot, this one straight ahead. Dicker connects there. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. So a two-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
Our look around the NFL starts now. We begin at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The Raiders at home for an AFC West tilt against Kansas City. And here goes Isaiah Pacheco. He only needs a little bit of breathing room, and he knows what to do with it. The Chiefs had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. Next, it's the Windy City. We'll check in on the Bears as they play host to the Minnesota Vikings. And this is Caleb Williams. Hooking up with his man for the touchdown here, one of 3 touchdown passes for him in the ballgame. The Bears get win number 4 on the season. They come away with the victory. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Cleveland Browns. And it's the veteran Deontay Johnson. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. 77 yards for the touchdown. The Browns get their 11th win on the year as their great season rolls on. With that, let's give you a look at the all-important playoff picture in the AFC here in Week 17. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. He'll take this at the 10. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. Black 80. Black. What is it?
Hampton now up the middle. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down.
Set. White 80. Right.
Again, it's Hampton. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
First down from the 42.
380. Get out. 380. Yeah. Set.
Back to Hampton. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers grow the lead coming out of halftime.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game. And that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers take a 3-possession lead. kicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense all set to go. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Going left side. Here's Harvey. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Will finds his back. Harvey. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it. If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Fields this clean at the 30. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Chargers and Omarion Hampton out there on offense once again. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Kappa. Go.
Okay, the wide receiver's gonna get it to begin the drive. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
Set.
Now an inside give to Hampton. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Complete out to the right. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Herbert from the gun. Completed over the middle. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it.
Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
1st and goal, they're going option. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Play action now for Herbert. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one connects. That is an LA touchdown. The Chargers could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. Lad McConkey with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers make it a 24-point ball game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fields this one at the 3. Escapes a defender. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. So here comes the Bronco offense. That score pushed the deficit to 24, so every opportunity to chip away at it important as they take the field. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10.
Hold on, set.
Throwing here, Nix. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On the handoff, here's Harvey. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Nix now on 1st and 10. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up 2nd down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
2nd down, here's Nix again. Pressure's there, and the Chargers got him. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
Just an incredible, incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. Nix from the gun. Caught for big yards on the right side. And that nice catch not going to translate into a new set of downs just yet. The stop is made in time to make it 4th and short.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. The Chargers and Omarion Hampton out there on offense once again. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Running it with Hampton. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
380.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Brought in right side. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
180.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Downfield, and he has McConkey. Hits the 20. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. Okay, Brock, I think the official double and then triple check this with their coach, but yes, they are indeed choosing to decline the penalty and letting that touchdown stand.
Kate, if there is ever a moment that defies all explanation on the football field, that may be it.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers continue piling on to this lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Broncos, the running back R.J. Harvey. They're ready for their next drive. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Oh, my son! Right.
Now Nix. And he'll set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Escapes out to the left. Now he takes it. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Nix with it on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Oh, my son!
Shotgun snap to Nix. He's keeping it. He has room past the 25. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos cut into the lead. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown. And you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him, had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Jukes away from one. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10.
Set. 380.
Here's Hampton to open the drive. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. He puts together a gain of 2, and we are at the end of our 3rd quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Chargers have possession and a massive lead. This one looking like it could be over. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Set. Green 8. Set.
Hampton gets the handoff. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going to the ground again on first. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up, and they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
Kappa. Ready.
Hampton gets it from the pistol. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Set. Delta. Set. Set.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That one's good to McConkey. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers keep running away with this. Let McConkey with a touchdown. A 4th for him in this game, and one more ties the record. And that is his 4th touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers, and it's been done less than 50 times in league history. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers grow their lead yet again. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here's Mims. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Completed to his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. We try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're up against it here on 4th down. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Nix is hit. He lost that football. And it's recovered by the offense, but Brock gets 4th down. We know only the fumbler can advance it, so this is still going to be a turnover on downs. The Chargers and Omarion Hampton out there on offense once again. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in and week out. The offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
380. Cut. 380. Cut. Set.
Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Offense to the line for second down.
380. Cut. 380. Cut. 21. What is it?
Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
180. 180.
To the air on third and long. He just keeps fighting McConkey. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Shotgun give to Hampton. He surges ahead for 5. Make it second down. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5.
Set. 380. Cut. Go. Set.
On the counter, it's Hampton. They were ready for him. They won that battle on the ground. This is backed up to the 9. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Go.
From the gun on third, it's Herbert. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Lad McConkey with a touchdown. The 5th of the game for him, tying the NFL single-game record. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers tack on 7 more to their lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here's Mims. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Denver set to take the field on offense. Their failure on 4th down was answered by a touchdown, so they're really going to need to rebuild some momentum as they take the field once again. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Nick's looking to throw. And the Chargers get home, and they drop him. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Throw here, 3rd down. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock, but it does force a 4th down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. The Chargers send wide receiver Lad McConkey set for another drive. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. 1st down now, ball at the 33.
Set. Lion, lion, lion. Green hut.
They'll run it here with Hampton. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Set. Delta, set. Set.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Green hut. 380. Green hut. Ready.
Hampton now up the middle. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
Set. 380. Green hut. Wide hut.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Johnson finds the football, complete. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Set. Wide 80. Wide hut. Ready.
1st and 10, here's Hampton. And they drop him after just a yard, 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you gotta be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You gotta break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Chargers moments away from celebrating their 14th win this season.
380.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Ready. Kappa. Go.
Herbert back to throw. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
6 defensive backs out there. Broncos going dime here on 3rd down.
Set. Black 80, black. Set.
3rd and long for him here. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Boy, this defensive crew is locked in, and that O-line's head, they are a-spinning. Back-to-back sacks has this offense on skates, and those blockers can't figure out where this rush is coming from next.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation, and he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. And once complete, it's Bryant outright. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Nix from the gun. Able to get this one to Bryant. And he'll get it up to the 44. Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on this 2nd and inches. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Here he is on 2nd and inches. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after a nice pickup, but we've got a flag down. This could wipe that play away. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. This undoubtedly the final snap of a decided contest. Here he goes, one final shot. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So the Chargers take this one on the road. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chargers, as we'll see you next time from Denver.